steps all the way. Please hear my cry. Always live in the hands of I see. Please walk me through all I ask of you. All surround me, filling hope and see. Oh, of gracious memories, grateful background, playing. I know you'll be near me. I ask you today, please hear my cry. Hold my hands today, lest I fall. My steps all away. Please, please hear my call. Oh God, oh God, I now see. Please walk me through all I ask of you. My hands today, lest I fall, and my steps all the way. Please, please, please hear my call. I'll see. Please walk me through all I ask of you. All I love you. Hold my hands today. Guide my steps all the way. Please, please hear my call. Now surround the blind I'll see. Please walk me through. It's all I ask of you. Hold my hands today. Lest I fall, guide my steps all the way. Please hear my call. From the moment that I wake up I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life I have been saved. All my life I have been so good. Every step that I've been taking, I will sing of the good Lord, the mercies of the goodness of God. I wake up till I lay my heads down. I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life has been, all my life has been so good. Every step that I have taken, I will sing of the goodness of God. Father, I know you as my friend with the goodness of God. All my life you has been faithful. All my life you has been so good. Every breath I am able, and I will sing of the goodness of God. It's running after me. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. Surrender. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. It's running after me. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. Everything is running after me. From the moment that I wake up, see through all my life, it has been so good. It's that I have people. I will sing of the goodness of God. Of the goodness. All my life you has been so good. sing, stop there. It's been so good. Your goodness is running after. He's running after me. Your goodness is running after. Though the ships may be rocky, I must stay, may be torn. The life of the Savior will lead me safely through the night. Seems like forever, in spite of the conquer the storms of the wind. Hold on to Jesus and just ride out your storm. Your storm. God is still with you. Though you may not see him, you're not alone. It's the morning is coming. Hold on to Jesus. Out your storm. Girls are troubled. You know harm. We go to the bathroom. Girl is coming. Just hold on to Jesus. Ride out your storm. Your storm. God is still with you. Though you may not see him, you're still alone. Don't hurt me, darling. on to Jesus. Ride out your storm. God is still with you. May not see him, but you're not alone. Don't hurt me, Dad. Your morning is coming. Hold on to Jesus. Ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. God is still with you, though you may not see him, but you're not alone. Don't hurt me, Dad, but your morning is coming. Hold on to Jesus and just ride out your storm. The battle may be unfair. And just pour out your storm. Just ride out your storm. God is still with you, though you may not see him, but you're not alone. Don't hurt me, Dad, but your morning is coming. So hold on to Jesus and just ride out your storm. Up on the mountain, never knew what of things. When you're down in the valley, evil, you're never alone. Of the mountain, he's still God in the valley. Okay. You make it right. The God of the good times is still God in the bad time. God of the day is still God in the night. Up on the mountain, hope from easy, whose God is best. On in the valley, feel some temptation, where you lead, never put to the test. For the God of the mountain is still God in the valley. Whatever goes wrong, He'll make it right. Said the God of the good times is still God in the bad time. The God of the day is still God in the night. Is still God in the night. Hello, good night to everyone. Hello, hello. Good night to everyone that is joining me tonight. If you're not joining me and you're on the listening side, I hope you would have joined me. Good night to you. Good night to who is coming. Good night to who is here. And good night. Let's give thanks unto the Lord, for His good, for His mercies endureth forever. How shouldn't you not give thanks when when His mercy endureth forever? For those that are going through their valleys, the God of the mountain is the God of the valley. The God of the morning is God in the night. God in the good time is still God in the bad time. He has never changed. So He's there with you through your valleys. He's there with you through the good time. And when the bad time comes, He is there with you. For those that are on the rough sea of storm, though your ship may be battered and the sail may be torn, your anchor is good. Let's give God thanks for all that He has for us and all that He supplies us with. Let's not forget to give Him thanks. In the good time and in the bad time, give Him thanks, because we do not understand some of the things that have happened. Make your laughter be your medicine. Give a song, have a song in your heart at all times, regardless of your situation. Hum, sing, do something. It brings you, it takes down the adrenaline and it brings you peace and comfort. Thank you for being here. For those that are having their birthdays, your birthday come once per year, once on that time, and this time it will never come again. You keep moving on. You are like the river running one direction. It have never revert going backwards, but it's always going forward. So be like the river. For those that mourn, and mourning, keep mourning. Mourning is mourning. See that these two countries now, the Palestine, and there are many lives lost there. There is mourning there. There are people mourning for their loved ones. People have not seen them. So many things are happening. Things are crumbling. within the blink of an eye. Is not that enough for you to give God thanks? Because if you were in that country, you would have to be finding yourself to run out if you can. So that is enough to give God thanks that you are not those people. Please. In Jamaica, we heard of the slaughtering. Families are displaced right now. Families are mourning. Friends are mourning. Even persons that do not know these people, your heart goes out for them. Let's not ask why, because some of you will maybe never get an answer. But don't ask who. Who is the problem? Ask what is the problem. Persons end up in the hospital. Persons end up different places. And you're asked on the question. The heart of men is like stone. And the scripture did say that. The heart of man is like a rock. They have no feelings for each other again. No longer there is love. No longer there is peace. They saw one thing and one thing only. The woman weep. It said the woman in Israel weep for their children. This is the weeping time that we weep for our children. It's not an animal's children doing these things. It's human. Human that are carrying out this act. Destabilized people. Snuffed out the life of others, and families are destabilized. We have the notion to say, pray. Now listen. There come, if you weren't praying before, it doesn't mean you're going to be heard now. The heart of man are desperately wicked above all things. But those that have their young children coming up, these are the time when you have to go down to the city and stay there. That your child or children will be in the straight and narrow and not caught up in these atrocities. They said women weep for their children, and that was then. So now, weep for your children, because it is human being who is doing these acts unto other human being. They does not care whether it be young one, old one, middle age one. They does not care. They just do their act. So tonight, my topic selects, we are going to be talking tonight. So even if I have been talking by myself, I will be talking. That is what I come for, and that is what I am doing. That is what I am going to be doing. The life of others does not make much difference to others. And it all started somewhere, and it will be ended somewhere. It all started with someone, and it will be ended with someone. My thing is, how do churches that have young people, people who want to aspire, what provision churches made for persons who are unable to finance themselves in education? What provision churches made for that? Churches should have made provision. They're asking for tithes and offering. Tithes and offering. And they're saying each time the church go back to Acts chapter 3, they were gathering the goods to take to those that are unfortunate to give to them. I have been listening to persons that have to leave the church family and seek help outside of the church for their tuition fee. And this church, yes, I was a part of the church too. It's one of the second richest church. Yeah. What provision? It's not one or two. And if it, on the other hand, and these persons have gone to visit the other churches, they would be labeled and they would be told that they should not have gone to those churches. But at the end of the day, they made no preparation for their young ones. They made no preparation for the people who are there with them and aspiring to go further in life. They should not have had to go out to seek somewhere else. It tastes bad and it looks bad. Yeah. And when these things happen, it brings them to light. And the person that are really down, poor, impoverished, they are the ones that don't get help. I used to be Father's Day, Mother's Day, I was one that they would have asked to do boutonniere for the fathers. And each time when I look, it's only one set of fathers getting big up. We'll call it in our word, big up in the church and get their boutonniere pin on. And this set of fathers are not the ones that are up there. It's the set of fathers is the one that is up there. So on the Father's Day came around, and I decided to get the names of other fathers because they are fathers. They may not into the best of three-piece suit like you are, but they are fathers. They have children, and you don't know. You may be answering to one of those children, that father child or children, someplace, somehow, maybe grand, you don't know. And when I took the names of such persons too, I said, oh, we did not prepare for them, you know. No, I leave church because they said I was radical. They say I'm radical. So they put me, they do what they do, and I really feel like don't go back. Because the four walls not helping me. When I cry out, when I pray to who I ascribe for God, that is where my prayers going. Not to the famous ones behind the four walls. I look out for the persons that cannot help themselves much. And those are the persons that have been crossed over every time. And I follow these stories and I look at it. And you know, I called somebody the other day from a certain assembly. And I put it to them and said, look at this. And this is a body. This is a strong body. But not everybody is like me. Not everybody see the things I see. But churches, whether you just start, whether you are on the pedestal, whatever you are, make preparation to help those that cannot help themselves, to help those with the ambition that cannot help themselves. And that takes me into poverty. The question is asked, what is poverty? Poverty is a state or situation in which person or a group of people don't have enough money for the basic things they need in life. For the job they have, it doesn't pay much. Now, I went through a survey and it said 78,000 people in the country where I was born in 2021 is monopoly poor, while an additional 5% is kind of a wealth. If we do these things that we can't really help, people will always stay impoverished. The ones who have it, if they don't help to remove these people or remove us, then out of such situation. Poverty will always be there. Nobody like when people poor, because what it says in Proverbs 14, let her find it. Let her find it that I don't speak out of my hand middle. Let her look for it. That for the person that heard my voice and heard this thing will went in their scripture and look for it. In Proverbs 14 and verse 10, it says, when you are poor, your very neighbor despise you. Proverbs 14, verse 20. The poor is disliked by his neighbor, and the rich have many friends. How do we expect to remove persons? You have again Proverbs 31, verse 8 to 9. If they have it, and that's why I go to the church, because many persons have pulled money into church. What have you done with it? The building is going to need a repair, and it is asked to do by the members of the church. And if that's not good, they said, oh, sister so-and-so, you are responsible for that window over there, and brother so-and-so, and so-and-so, and then I bought the window. The money that put into the church, other than that, where and who does it spend for? So even when you are saying you are giving the gospel, you're teaching how to be a lay preacher. You're having a poor lay preacher. You are having a lay preacher that won't be able to buy food for himself. He have to go out to go seek it. And we speak about education. When you are poor, you cannot educate yourself. You're coming from a poor background, and the cycle has not been broken. And some are in it until they are immune to it, as if you should be in that state. Leaders of countries make you poorer, because the pie not sharing even. The pie is not sharing even. So some get the crumbs, some get none. And how can we expect persons to be moving along? Education helps you to remove from poverty. When you look in the congregation, a church with how many thousands of people, and it touched me very much. When one, two, or three persons and they are not letting down their guard about their church. Yes, I am an active member of that church. I was too. I was too. And there are things I saw, there are things that reached to my nostril that is not good, not nice. So then, it's only the well-to-do few in the church. And you find more poorer class of people sitting in the pews more than the richer class of people. You find more dedicated poorer class of people in the church than into the richer class. Now you're in the church and you're a member of the church and they have you to work in and you do this for the church and you're doing that for the church and you're doing that for the church and put it then, we say, well then, we will give you the education and then we'll put a 5-year ban on you then. And you get the job and you pay us like this. Set up a system. Put a system in place. Not for Sister Rich and Brother Rich, but for the middle and the poorer class. Because education is not cheap. And I'm going to tell you a story. True story. When my daughter were to go college, she applied to 2 colleges. And by the time the first one called and she's went in to do the interview, while she were there, the second one called. She asked my opinion and I told her, okay, ride with the first one. We all in church, all of my family, my children, and we are upstanding members. Yeah. But one thing I can tell you, I do not like the nonsense that keep up there. I don't like it. My daughter started going to college. Here, our college money, went to the bank for the team. We went to a conference, and one of the upscale pastors, we met and having a chat. And of course, they know my children, and I asked for my daughter. So I said, there she goes. Oh, she started going to college already? If she had graduated. So I said, she just started going to college. He said to me, what college is she going? And I told him. He said, no. At the time, it was West Indies College. Because it's not very long the name changed to Northern University. He said, no. Pull her up from there and send her to West Indies College. That's the college she should go. She's a member of the Adventist Church. And I'm calling the church name. She's a member of the Adventist Church. But she shouldn't be going to that college and all the rest of it. And he went and he got me the papers for them to sign up. It's not that I didn't know about the college. But I don't have any money to send my daughter there. So I am not going to be clear that I'm going to look for a very tall bamboo to start reach my hat down. So I am putting my hat where my hand can reach it. And he gave me the papers them, and I said to him right before her, I said, how much is the college fee? And when he told me the college fee for 3 months were the same amount I paid for 1 year at the college that she was going. That he is saying to me to pull her up from that college and send her to West Indies College. I said to him, what if, he said to me, and you had to pay in the money before it reached the 3 months. I said to him, so what if I can't find the money to pay at one of the 3 months? He said, well, I said, well, he was dean of discipline to the college where my daughter were presently going. And he is saying to me, broke my daughter from the college she's going and sent her to West Indies College, which I can't even pay the first 3 months. I can't pay the year because the money for the year at the college where she was going, it's the same amount of money for 3 months there. And I am sure she was grown up knowing God. She know how to pray. And never grow up into a dancer. So therefore, any school or anywhere she go, I know they mention God there. And my daughter did very well at the college. And I look at the irony of it. He was dean of discipline. And he was not even living far from the college where she was going. So, I've been looking on these things from quite a while. I look at it and say, then, you are looking at me and say, send your daughter go there, so. Because I'm uproot her from the government college. The government that charged me less the amount that I had to pay for 3 months there. That is what I paid for 1 year. And I have been looking on these things from quite a while. Where is the help? What role the churches have played in the life of the children, in the life of young people, in the life of a person who wants to go further in life, in the life of a person who wants to come out of poverty. And I am not grouping all church right now. I am speaking about the one I know of. Yeah. We need to think and to do better. Because we are saying, oh, you are not educated. Oh, you are not educated. No. No. Because my grandfather, my grandmother, my everybody pool in the church. You come pool in the church. Speaking about poverty. Poverty causes a lot of things to happen. There was this lady living in a certain part of the island. Beside her was a prominent person gas station. This lady have some children. Life was really bad, so they're into what poor look like in that state. And the lady, for the property of the gas station, what the gas station is on, she built a high wall. The wall is still standing there. It's not down. And she said, she don't want when she come there, she looking over them people there. Because she don't like see them poor, so they must wall off. And she built a high wall. And do you think those people were feeling funny? Yes, they were feeling funny. At the same time, the lady have a little business running. But the business is a small business, was a little cook shop. So that not really generating enough. She have children that she's looking after, children sending to school, and her family was like that. Right? Of course, there was a husband. But as it said, when you don't have enough money, so enough money wasn't there. So although a little business been running, a little cook shop with a little bar set up there, and the person who was of a higher caliber in society, she built the wall and she said she can't pierce them the poor people over this. The God who said him is God of the poor and God for the poor, allow something to happen. The lady went somewhere to purchase something, and she won a sum of money. No money. She were the first person who won that amount of money from that place in the parish. And she had 3 girls. And there was some lands that was at the front. She purchased some more land. And she built 3 upstairs houses. She bought a pickup. One of the upstairs for her and 2 for the 2 daughters. Because at the time when that money came in, one of the daughter was elsewhere working as a young girl. And she removed out of poverty the very lady who puts up the wall to wall out the sight of the poor person. She said, God goody. She wanted to be friends with the same lady, because this lady, she bought a pickup. She didn't even, she announced the business. She built He built 3 upstairs houses. He painted the 3 of them in the same color. Pink, white. The son was, and she said, well then, she will share her house with the son. But she give her daughter because what? She don't want them to come and to face the same humiliation. God opened, flung the door, the window, the gate, tear down the wall, tear down the fences and everything, and give her a breakthrough. This is how people handle people when they are not on the same stool with them. And it happened in the church. You are looked down on. But I am saying, and for those persons that are not listening on the live, this live will be up. Listen to it. Right? Some may feel offended. But there were some men going to church, and a robber beat up one man and leave him on the roadside. And the beautiful Christians going to church, and when they saw him, they went on the other side. And it was a man, not their nation, came and picked up the man, cleaned him off, took him to a hospital, leave some money with him. And those of their own kind, the scripture said they passed and looked on and went their way. So they only looked that the person must, you cannot find this money to pay. They know him don't have it to pay. He's not working a salary. Him not. But if you don't pay the money, you can't do the exam. What are you saying to this young man? What are you saying to this young girl? So they have to go and seek help elsewhere. No good. No good. And whenever Polly finished, they are saying, oh, but remember, I was sick. You never look for me. I was hungry, and you never feed me. I was naked, and you never clothed me. You think it's the people them on the outside there, so him saying this thing too? These are the people with a heavy Bible going up. Yeah. So where me to see you naked, hungry, destitute and whatever. The least you do, you have done it unto me. You cannot have the young people or persons who are aspiring to be and to get out of poverty, and you can't help them. Yet I am sure the offering basket, because to me they stop collecting offering in plates now. Then put it in a big basket. What are you doing with it? Who you are helping from it? Take him with education. He will be out of poverty that he can help somebody else. Make provision. They said prayer and potato. So it's not only the word that you are going to be standing up there, whether it be Saturday or Sunday, and you're speaking it left, right, and center, and you beat people though they are sinners and all the rest of it. What are you doing to alleviate the burden of poverty? What? How are you doing it? This person needed help. This child needed help. I said politics and religion, they are brothers and sisters. There was this lady, daughter, finished high school, and she weren't going anywhere. And this lady took her daughter to a MP, asking of the MP if he could get something for her to do. The MP looked at the lady's daughter in front of the lady and said to her, "Well, you know, make she go dance, go. If that lady died, she died crying. She died crying of the word that this MP, this little girl, didn't even lose her hymen yet. And this was only what the MP could have looked at the lady cried. We were in a group. She came there and she poured her tears. And I have it, so I asked you could see if you could get one little word. And this was what he said to the young lady. You know, make she go dance, go. Poor woman not even know about go. And why would she be sending her daughter? So, many of these things that cause poverty, held down. Things have been withheld. You pay a wages that cannot do nothing. You pay the wages and you took it back into the right hand and you take it back with the left hand. You're working yet you can't make a way. Your children cannot go and get the proper schooling, the proper education because of those who have the power in their hand. You impoverish persons. And those that fight to reach the top. Great fight to reach the top. And I did not want to say this other piece with my daughter. After she left college, when she were supposed to they were having a family day, and they sent out invitation. An invitation was given to the church, but that was a little bit far. I'm just gonna cut it short. When she were graduating from college, an invitation was sent to the church that we went to. It sends 2 weeks prior to the time. I hired an ICE bus, paid for the bus. The graduation would be on the Sunday, valedictory service or whatever. And I was only to be told by the church that, we're not going to be able to come because whatever, whatever. It was just me and my little family. And I called one church sister. She said, I don't have any money, so I can't come. I said, drop everything and come. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the money. And we went to the graduation. As soon as she graduated, she stepped straight into a job. And God have it that they said that they would have to wait 3 months, before they get paid. The first month in, she got her envelope. We went to church, and an envelope were come and given to her sitting beside me. When I look at the envelope, when she handed it to me, I look at it. I see a big $3,000 on the envelope. They're asking her to donate to the welfare department $3,000. And I look at her as if it was me that have handling on your money, not even the dust. Not even the dust. Yes, she's working now. And that $3,000 is separate and apart from the tithe and the offering. Yeah. So when I'm talking, I have salty experience. And not only me, but others. Because there are people who I had to help. Do better than this. When I listened to the young man, and before that there was a young lady, and I watched it, and I looked at it, and they were all nice to see. Was it 3 million or how much million was paid over to clear up her debt? And I said, oh, shameful is this. And if you think it's not the second richest church, go do your research. Do your research. Yes. Churches, whether big or small, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, whatever day you keep or whatever day you feel like you are, for heaven's sake, set something in place. Put down, make a contingency plan. Have a little backup saving out of whatever you are getting. That if you have 2 persons from a church and 1 person from your church, and the parent cannot go through with all of this, the church in which they are a part of can chip in and said yes. And if I heard the young man said that the conference is $40,000, I'm like, you're kidding me. $40,000. Really? Do something, because these are the same people, and I am sure the pastor children going to church, going to college. That is no two-way. They are going to university. They are holding down the best jobs. So because Miss Mary daughter and son, Miss Mary only do domestic work, Miss Mary poor and poverty, She cannot get help for her child to lift that child out of the poverty, break the chain of poverty in that family. Churches need to do better. I have my testimony with them. Yeah. But I have never asked a church or a church body to help me with nothing. I don't even have a problem and take it to the church. I've never asked pastor to pray for me. I don't ask church sister to pray for me. I don't ask church brother. I know where to go find necessity. I have mouth. I can talk to God. Hey, Moses said, let Aaron do it because I am not man of eloquence of words. Anyhow you talk to him, he will hear and him understand. He understand every language. Not the people that may go blah 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 blah. No. Language, tongues is language. So if you speak to him in a English, he know. If you speak to him in a the Chinese language name, he know. If you speak to him in a Spanish, he know and him understand. And if he do it for somebody else, he do it for you. Maybe it's not your time yet. Okay? Churches need. They are raking in and raking in and raking in. Where and how? Bring in all the tithes and they drag you back to Acts and they drag you to here. Make your tithing be one of these who wanted to go further. Do you think they know that education was from back then? Luke was a tax collector. They know the importance of education and the destruction with poverty. They know. But all of the little people them who can only find their dinner. I was on the choir law, and the lady sitting next to me, and all the singing and the all finished, and the pastor took the podium. She said to me, Lord, I don't know where I go home go eat. Because I just throw my tithe and my offering. And she have one little girl and she mentioned the name and said, I don't know where I go give her. And I'm like, this lady was struggling, really struggling, until she got a permanent job, getting a good little at the time. And she got paid. And she went to church, and obviously, if you pay your tithe and pay your offering and you say that you will have sugar, meaning to say the money wasn't enough. And you take it and put it down in the church plate. And I look at her and say, you're not serious. Me say God call fool, but he not keep fool. When he call fool, he call you to educate you. How could you get a small amount of money and you take everything put down in a church? And when sitting here and saying that even sugar you don't have, you have when you reach home and your neighbor you went to to get something to eat. I said, that's nonsense. They never liked me, but I didn't care. So, the whip on many people back, whipping them into on Guild Street and in Guild Street and up Guild Lane and make you feel guilty. God did not ask for it that way. He didn't ask for it that way. Didn't. How will we break? The government oppress you, and on the other hand, when you just say, okay, I'm going to church, so if so and so, you can't even have somebody remember them anything because then take it and plaster it out. Right? So, tonight, for those that hear and those that listen, think about these things. Think about them. The need to lift ourselves, and who is the older ones that have not done it, do it for the younger ones. We ask many at a time, so why this Buffy got teeth? Why did it up? Did it? But sometimes when you look at it, you see the reason why. I normally said many of the artists them were used to go to church. Their parents sent them to church, and when they come out of church, instead they went and sing secular song. They weren't getting any help from there, because if you even started a group, there's no one helping you. So they go where they could get the help. Mm-hmm. Poverty is nothing sweet. Eat healthy, and you can't pay for the food if you eat healthy. For those that can plant, when they plant, you do your cultivating, it's not selling because you're having the country, the people. Rent is sky high, can't pay rent, can't buy food. And we said the children is the future. But if you don't help them, how are they going to be an effective future? Churches need to do better than this. Churches need to do better than this. And this is not the first time I am talking this. I cried out in the church that I used to go. Persons going to school, going to high school, and they went and speak with those where they think they will get help from. And the pastor come out into the church with the people. Oh, sister so-and-so wanted so-and-so, so I'm asking you to put the offering in. Because, might as well they just come to everybody in the church and say, maybe him. Put plans in place to help. Put plans in place. Because you don't care. But I can't do the exam because I can't pay the money. Oh, you expect him to get it prepared. Oh, in what way? You give him a job? The job where you give him how much you're paying him. Don't worry, think I don't know about them. I know. My children went to college and went to university, and they never went there. I'm not sure they weren't worse off. Yeah, I'm quite sure. They came back and they work with the government just like when they left, the government never work with. Or they opened their private practice or whatever. Anyhow, it was a good thing to for you to be listening to me. It's 1 hour and 26 minutes. I haven't seen anybody on my live. Never mind. My analytics show me that 19 point something percent listen. So I know somebody's hearing me. I know that. And I want you people to take the words around. Who go church from who no go church, sit down and think on these things. Think on these things. What if such program weren't there? Hmm? They try and try. When I listened to the young lady the first time, oh, she do castor oil, and I said, boy, this girl better than me because I am older than her and I don't even know who do castor oil. And she's doing everything to meet up that her tuition fee can be paid. And you don't look at these things. They're going to tell you, oh, we help them. Oh, your fee is a way up on the hill. I'm sorry. But anyhow, I thank you for being here. Thank you to listen. Hug yourself, love yourself, because the only love that is sure and true is the one that you give yourself. Look yourself in the mirror, hug yourself, and love yourself. Do good to yourself. When you love yourself, you will be able to love others. You will be able that you can do the things for others. But first, love yourself. First, rescue yourself. When we go on first aid, the first thing in the first aid book, between the first and the second page, is said, safety of self first. So, be safe. Look for yourself first. Be cognizant of your surrounding. You can't be too careful, but be cognizant of the company that you're in. Those that pose themselves to be like friends. Because many of the time, the ones you take for friends are your close and deep enemies. Be careful of those that you have been saying things to. The company you keep is you are the replica of the company that you keep. So be careful. Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Be careful how much you share. Be careful what you should keep for yourself is it you give away. So be careful. The devil Do not act on your action. He cannot act unless he know what you're about. So if you don't speak, just like they said, if the fish never go for the bait, hook wouldn't catch it. So be careful of what you said and how you said it, to whom you said it, where you said it. Be careful of your surrounding. Be careful of your surrounding. As the little girl, I was listening at the lady calling and said a little 8-year-old girl got up the night, came to her, and said she saw monsters in the house and they were doing all of this. And she could not sleep. And the morning break, that was the news that get to the lady. The same, she lives in the States. The little girl is in the States. And the night of the massacre, the child saw it and said to her, monsters. And when she got up the morning, that was the news that hit her of the triple what went on in what is Trelawney or wherever. You can't be too careful, but be cognizant of the company that you are in. What you say, how you say it, where you say it, who you say it to. Who you tell about yourself, be cognizant of it. Always breathe a breath of prayer. And be careful if you can't be good, be careful. Love you all. Stay blessed. Aquarian, tuning out from Positivity Positive Channel. See you on next time. Thank you for being here.